So if you're a frequent viewer of this channel, you'll know I've been promising fireworks out the transfer portal as we near the deadline of instant eligibility, and fireworks are exactly what we've gotten. Today, we need to break down the biggest story in all of college football that's sure to have far-reaching implications. We need to talk about a former top 300 recruit testing the transfer portal, and finally, one of the most intriguing athletes in the transfer portal finds a home, and we need to talk about why this is big. Before we do, as always, y'all know the drill. I need to hear from you. Hop down to the comments, Y for yes, N for no, and given all the madness around the transfer portal, do you believe it's only a matter of time before we see some amendments to how teams are able to utilize it? Let me know what you're thinking. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification as I do constant college football content. You don't want to miss any of it. And if you enjoyed the content, like and comment down below, as those interactions, though seemingly small, are incredibly impactful to content creators such as myself in both getting picked up and maintained by the YouTube algorithm. But having said all of that, let's jump right into it, and we need to start briefly with the biggest story in college football right now, and that is surrounding one of the top playmakers in the sport. Pittsburgh wide receiver Jordan Addison, who reportedly is considering entering the transfer portal. And that in and of itself is surprising. You don't see players of his caliber entering the transfer portal frequently. Addison is coming off of a major season in which he won the Biletnikoff Award, awarded to the nation's top wide receiver. So this is an individual with a promising future ahead of them at the institution they're currently at. However, it's already surprising when you hear Addison considering entering the transfer portal, and the only reason I haven't talked about it up to this point is because his name isn't officially there, and I like to wait until things are official. But there is so much smoke around this, it's hard to ignore. And the reason it's hard to ignore is the second half of this, in which case so many reports are pointing to and indicating that USC is a transfer destination for an individual whose name isn't even in the transfer portal. And that's where the story is created. Because reportedly, according to Pete Thamel, Pat Narduzzi has called Lincoln Riley and expressed his displeasure with what he considers to be tampering within the transfer portal. And this is big because, as I said, Addison isn't in the transfer portal, yet reportedly Pat Narduzzi is upset that Lincoln Riley and USC are attempting to get him from Pittsburgh to USC without him ever entering the transfer portal, which is tampering. But now we need to talk about some more tangible information out the transfer portal, in which case we need to go to Norman, where a former top 300 player in all of high school football in Nathan Rawlins Kibonge is entering the transfer portal, reportedly attempting to leave the Oklahoma Sooners. Now, as I always say, just because these players enter their name into the transfer portal does not mean it's a foregone conclusion that they are gone. However, in the case of Nathan Rawlins Kibonge, this is going to be one we have to watch. You can't teach 6'6", 250 plus pounds. That is the prototypical size colleges are looking for out that edge rush position. And because of that, because he's a former top 300 prospect in the nation coming out of high school, I think there are going to be a lot of suitors. It's going to be really interesting to see who emerges, and in a perfect world, Oklahoma would probably love to keep him on roster, but they've had guys really show up and show out at that edge rush position, and that's a position group that I think the Oklahoma faithful are already very excited about, and because of that, I'm really interested in hearing from Oklahoma fans about the transfer of Nathan Rawlins Kibonge. What are y'all thinking about this? Very talented player. I think he's got a very high upside, and I don't expect him to sit in the portal for very long. But finally, we need to talk about a player from the portal finding a new home. As former Arizona State linebacker Eric Gentry is reportedly transferring to USC, joining Lincoln Riley in his first year with the Trojans, and this is a big move. Eric Gentry has got some intriguing attributes. He's a linebacker that started as a true freshman for Arizona State and had a productive season, racking up 26 solo tackles and a sack, and he was poised for a bigger sophomore campaign. And this is someone that the Arizona State fan base were really looking forward to taking on a larger role within the defense in year two and an increase in production. He's a very talented prospect that has got a ton of versatility. And so whenever that individual, someone that stands 6'6", that has that type of versatility, that has so much eligibility left, but has already gotten that much experience in their freshman year hits the transfer portal, I knew it was only a matter of time before some major institution got Eric Gentry. And USC is that institution that has emerged. And this is a great get for Lincoln Riley. Look, one of the things when we talk about USC and we're wondering when are they going to be able to really take shape? When are they going to be able to be the team they would like to be? The biggest question we have is surrounding the defense. Lincoln Riley is an offensive mind. I don't think people expect the offense to take long to come together. The question comes, what is that defense going to look like? And getting in players such as Eric Gentry that have so much eligibility left, but have already proven to translate to the collegiate level, and then you talk about the versatility he possesses, that's an absolute win for Lincoln Riley and the Trojans, one that they need to be very proud of, as the Trojans have done really solid work in the transfer portal, adding in another defender such as Shane Lee that they are very high on. So the transfer portal continues to be a hot topic, continues to provide us fireworks, and I have a feeling this isn't the last time we're going to be speaking on it today. So with that, hop down to the comments and let me know what you're thinking, and I'll see you soon. That's it. See ya.